Hello and welcome to today's edition of Your Questions Answered with Father Gruner. I'm John Veneri. We take your questions that you send to us via email, and Father Gruner answers them. We talk about them. Continue to send us your questions at questions@thefatimacenter.com. We have a question today about Freemasonry. Very simply, does the Catholic Church allow Masons as members? Can they be part of the clergy? And if not, what if you know the clergy are Masons? Can anything be done about it? So there's three questions there.
Well, first of all, I think the first thing, does the Catholic Church allow Masons as members? Now, what does it require for a person to be Catholic? He has to, St. Paul writes about one Lord, one faith, one baptism. So to be a Catholic, we have to be baptized into the Catholic Church. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we have to have the same faith, one faith. That's the faith, Jesus Christ, the same today, yesterday, and forever. So it's the same faith that the apostles had, same faith that they had in the 1st century, 2nd century, 3rd century, 5th, 6th, 7th, all the way up to our time. It's the same faith. And so we can't be believing something contrary to that faith. Either, if I believe this has got water, this is water in here, then I know it's not wine, I know it's not vinegar, I know it's not Coca-Cola, I know it's not a lot of things, because I know it's pure water, simple water. So obviously the truth, I can't believe a doctrine and believe the opposite doctrine at the same time. I got to believe one, therefore I have to not believe the other ones. It's the same thing for anything. But so why am I saying all this? It's simply because Masons are another religion.
Very much so, yes.
So it's a religion. It's it's not just a pejorative term. It's not just to be insulting to them, but it's a pagan religion. That is, they believe in false gods. That is, they believe in idols. They believe in Moloch. Now, I'm sure it would be 100 Masons, if they saw this show, they'd say, this can't be true. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, I would simply ask them, at what level of Masonry are you at? Because as it says in Scripture, and speaking of Masonry as well, it says that iniquity has lied to itself. So why do they have these 33 degrees before they get to the 33? Why do they have these? They jump a few, I know that, but the point is, because they tell them one story at the first level of Masonry, another story at the second level, it's the secrets of Masonry, and they'll contradict, but by the time you get to the 33rd degree, you know that the stuff they told you before was all false, or a good part of it was false. But essentially, Masonry is a religion. It's a pagan religion, believe in false gods. Ultimately, at the 33rd degree, they believe in Satan. They will adore Satan, that is Lucifer. And of course, they don't like being called Satan because Satan is his name. Before he was Lucifer in heaven, he was a light bearer. When he was cast out of heaven by St. Michael, he became Satan. He was in the Prince of Darkness. But the point I'm getting at is simply that at the 33rd degree and higher, there's more than 33 degrees, they adore Satan. They follow Satan. And so if they're going to follow Satan, then they've broken their fundamental vow of their baptism. Do you renounce Satan, his pomps, and his works? Yes, I do, we say in the baptism. But if you renege on that, you still have baptism, you still have the mark of baptism in your soul, but you have now renounced that. You now become an apostate. And so there's no way a person who's following Satan, not because they've fallen into some sin of weakness, but because they deliberately choose to follow Satan, can they belong to the Catholic Church? It's just the two are incompatible. Mm-hmm. So apart from any canon law measures that are there,
right,
it's the essence of the thing is a Mason cannot be a Catholic. There's just no way around it. Even if they change the law of the Church tomorrow to say you can possibly become a Mason, of course that's a stupidity, because it cannot be that a Mason can be a Catholic, because they are incompatible one to the other.
And it's so strong. It's so serious too that if in the old Code of Canon Law, if I'm correct, it was automatic excommunication.
Absolutely, because it's automatic excommunication by God anyway,
yes, for
becoming a Mason, because you are defying God. And even with the new code, as Cardinal Ratzinger, when he was Cardinal Ratzinger, said in 1980, 81, or 83, I think, when they brought the code in, and we've published that thing, and it was in Observatory Romano, which basically says that even though we haven't used those categories of excommunication for this particular thing, still it's a state of mortal sin, and you cannot go to communion. So to be excommunicated is ultimately to be cut off from communion. But more than that, they're cut off from the church. They're no longer members of the church. Now, some of them may join there and do this in ignorance.
Yeah, they don't know, yes.
They don't know. But all the same, it's an objectively a mortal sin, and it's a mortal sin against the faith, because they've joined another religion. And not just any other religion, but a satanic religion following Satan. I mean, you can't get much worse.
Yes. Yes, and if anyone, we can pick this up on the next program, but if anybody wants to know more, Pope Leo XIII's encyclical
He's got two encyclicals.
Yeah, but the main one, Humanum Genus,
Yeah.
from 1884, really lays this out in pitiless, objective detail. And I think you can get that from the Fatima Center. You can contact us. So we'll cut it here, and we will talk more about Freemasonry and the church in the next program.